Hey, welcome back to another edition of bzglass question and answer series. Uh, I've got a question here from another one of my subscribers, YouTube username Jack Hot Monkey, and he says, "Hey man, appreciate your recent videos offering answers to questions about glass. I thought I would ask one of my own if you have time. I've watched many videos, DVDs, and read on the subject of working with hollow forms such as jars and pipes and whatever, but have yet to come across a good explanation of how to control wall thickness, or how the glass moves when you're heating a bubble. I'm also at a complete loss as to why it is beneficial to sometimes blow elbow up versus elbow down. I really want to start to move my work beyond small sculpture and pendants, and hollow is really appealing to me, but with oxygen costing me $50 per tank, because I live in Alaska, it's just too expensive to play a whole lot if I'm not producing something sellable. So, this question is about hollow form work and exactly how to manipulate glass once you're getting it hot. So, hollow form is basically a bubble. Anything a glass blower actually is blowing. You could take that bubble and turn it into any shape you can imagine by manipulating the glass when it's hot. Um, This is about one of the most important questions there is in the glassblower's learning process, how to control hollow glass once it gets hot. And there's a good reason for this is because one of the reasons why there's not much video and literature on the subject is that it's just hard to put into words, and it's more like a discovery once you finally realize what you're doing. The single most important thing that you can do to achieve this knowledge is to seek out someone whom you can go and watch the actions actually being performed. A place where you can go and ask the glassblower what he's doing while he's doing it, and have him explain what his hands are doing and what he's thinking while he's manipulating the glass or rolling the glass in the flame. Um, Trust me, if glass is something you really want to master, then you'll need to spend some time watching other glass blowers working behind the torch. If you have to pay for lessons, then it's well worth the investment. Um, I'm I'm currently working with a giving some private lessons to someone, and he's at that same point of discovering this very topic. And uh, you know, being that this is one of the hardest things to teach, it's a lot easier for me to teach him um, as I'm demonstrating, talking through the techniques that I'm doing as I'm demonstrating it to him. I will say that once you discover how to manipulate the glass and when it's flowing hot, your learning curve will shoot way up and your glass knowledge will grow exponentially. The key factor in this process of working with hollow glass is gravity, heat base, and centrifugal force. So if you like stop rotating when the glass is white hot, then it's going to droop. And if your one hand is rotating faster than your other hand, then your glass is going to get off balance, and you're going to get out of alignment, and it's going to get uneven. Um, you'll eventually begin to notice when you raise one elbow that the hot glass will move from the high point down to the lower side. This is by use of gravity, and once you can make the glass do what you want rather than the glass manipulating you, that's when you'll start to begin to understand these principles. Before and after that point of discovery is a lot of spent hours behind the torch, along with a lot of oxygen and money spent on propane and oxygen. Um, it really all comes down to the hours behind the torch. That's where you're going to learn how to manipulate glass. Um, the more time you put into it, the more understanding it's going to be um, translated in your brain and imprinted on your brain. Um, So that's about that on hollow form glass. And just remember that you can pretty much make whatever you can imagine. Um, but to be able to do that is you gotta go through the learning curve and start learning how to manipulate the glass and what the glass does and is capable of doing when it gets hot, and how to heat the glass um, evenly and such. So thanks again for these questions that I'm getting, and uh, want to let you know that you can ask more questions, and I'll try to get a video out to you. Tell your friends about my channel, and look forward to more. Thanks.